Hello, hello, Geminis. Good morning, good afternoon. Not sure what time it is in your area. It's still morning here for a few more minutes. My name is Patti. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot for the 6th through the 12th of September. Now we have a new moon. I'm recording this on the 4th, so if you're watching it before the 6th, you're in new moon energies. This is good. It's a new moon in Virgo. There's a lot of really good energies in it, but like any other thing, there is definitely some negative. So the moon is in a really good place. However, there are planets that are moving around or it's opposing the sun and stuff like that. That is what's causing some of the little bit of a problem. That's funny. Sorry, this card. But definitely there's a lot of good things in this new moon. So if you want to watch the new moon reading, if you haven't seen the thumbnail yet, please just subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified when I am on live. It is interactive, so you can come on and say hello, have fun. We talk about astrology, but then we go into a reading. So we talk about what's going on with the planets up there and what it's going to mean for you and your energies. Yeah, so definitely. So if you're brand new, thank you for popping in and checking this out. Don't forget to like. If you even like it for a couple of minutes, like it. YouTube creators depend on the likes. And so that's really huge for us. All right. And subscribing, of course, as well. All right. So let's get started. Ooh, definitely keeping the past where it is. Now, for those of you that have been with me before, this is something that you really want to, it's a little different because I've had a lot of low vibrational readings, a lot of low vibrations going on around all over the place. So I'm doing a current past, which is about from now to previously 6 months or so. And then we're doing the present and the future. Okay, a lot of tarot readers do this, but I am concerned because there's so much low vibration going on. So, and a lot of this has to do. So, for those that are new, I picked one oracle out because that is the divine's message to you, whatever you're going through. If you're asking the universe or God or Holy Spirit, a sacred one, however you call it, definitely this is your message to you. And hopefully it will bring some answers to you. So whatever your question is here's your answer from divine. Okay. So it is the number 6. This is about improving your life a little bit. It's about bettering yourself, bringing yourself to a higher self, the number 6. It's also about um, a little bit of harmony and balance and bringing things to you that's going to bring you more peace and more calmness, is that famous word, let it go. Sometimes we hold on to stuff that isn't meant to be a long lasting, but it should be a season kind of a thing. This is something that whatever is going on in your life, there a heaviness, whatever is creating a heaviness, whatever is creating you to focus it on more than anything else in the world, you need to let it go and release it to divine. So let divine have it and take care of it and let it move it forward or move it out, because not everything is meant to stay in our life. Okay. Because for somebody, they're thinking way out. This is your current past card. So the problem with this is you think too far out into the future. Sometimes we think with this new moon energy and all the planets that are happening around it during this time, our reality is not what's real. What we really want it to believe what it is, and it may not be. It's what it seems is not what it is. Okay, because it's what we're thinking in our head. That's the number 8. Okay, that is again about your process, and it's about the progression of that and how you're moving forward. Are you moving forward and learning something, or are you being stuck and staying in that low vibration? Because a lot of the times when we stay somewhere, that we stay stuck, and that's just that low vibration spinning and spinning and spinning. That's the doubt. That's the depression, anxiety, woe is me, victim mentality, things will never change. I'll never get out of this. I'll never meet somebody, those kind of things. I won't, I can't. Again, there's not to toot my videos, but down below Low vibrational words, can't, failure, and try. That's a video you might want to watch because this is low vibrational energy words that keep you stuck. Okay, so your current energy is the number 5, something that is just not comfortable, that is going on. And that's going to be for this week definitely about conversation. So something unexpected that you're going to want to communicate about. This is the planetary and the new moon energies. This is something that is you want to be vulnerable about and talk about. It is not to be fixed. It is to share what your feelings are, what you are vulnerable, what you do fear, what you what is the other word I'm looking for? That you just need to get off of your chest. It's not to be fixed. This is your future energy. This is rescue. This is the number 7. So we have 8, 5, 7, and the 6. We got all the higher numbers. But the number 7 is about your potential and ambition to be able to be vulnerable, to also be able to share something, because when we do that, we bring that bond closer to from that person. So if it's a relationship, the more you're vulnerable, the more the person really wants to be vulnerable with you because they can feel safe and they can share things. And those things, when you share vulnerability, that is to stay between those two people and not to be spread out for those who like to gossip. So somebody in your circle likes to gossip, it's not the person to tell that vulnerability to. All right, this is, you have to rescue yourself. You can't rescue others. We're not to rescue and fix others. We're to help and assist and be there, but not to enable. Enable, and I'll give you some, because some people, I've worked in chemical dependency. I've done so many things in my life, you guys. Maybe this is why Divine has me doing what I'm doing. But the thing is with like chemical dependency. So let's just take a bad habit. Somebody's got a bad habit. Maybe they got a bad habit of, they eat too many sweets. Okay. And maybe they're borderline diabetic. Or maybe they're not borderline diabetic. Maybe they're overweight. Because as a nutrition and fitness coach, this is one of the things that will eliminate was from somebody's diet. Maybe not 100% later down the road, but right now, if that's their issue, if that's whatever it is, then I would eliminate that bad habit because it's creating the problem. But if I'm going to go and buy them sweets and keep them eating sweets, I'm enabling their habit. Does that make sense? So if somebody is enabling a bad habit or something destructive, that would be like somebody saying that to an alcoholic, oh, honey, would you go buy me my 12-pack of beer? Okay, sure, I'll do that. I'm going to the store anyway. No, make them go buy it because that's destructive for themselves, and that's destructive for, now you're enabling them with destructing themselves, especially if they're an alcoholic. All right. So anyway, so that's where that is. So you have to let these things go. We have to let go of these bad habits, let go of, let go of being with a wall up. I keep hearing a wall up and the door is closed. Keeping your door closed. You need to be vulnerable in sharing. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Wow. Somebody definitely has a wall up. That's when we keep a wall up, that's fear. That's complete fear. If you're going to go into your life, I'll stop for a second because I was on a site last night. I don't go on these sites usually unless it's for research purposes, put it that way. And the thing is, there was a person on this site and their profile was all negative, all negative. And I've met this person in person and they're so angry and so bitter and they walk in fear so much and they can't understand why they aren't in a relationship. And I finally came out and I had to share the truth with them. I said, you know what, if you would get rid of the anger and the bitterness, if you would allow somebody to share with you what they are rather than you assuming what they are, you would have a better chance. But that's the thing, is that he can't let go of the past. Every single poor relationship he's had or bad relationship, and he's been abused, very physically abused in his childhood, he can't let go of that. He can't heal. He's not going to find the love that he wants. You've got to be what you want to receive. Okay, and the reason why I'm sharing this is because of your first two cards out. And I'll show you here in a second. You got to let that go. You cannot bring the past. I would love to find somebody that can actually just love in the moment and not bring the past with them, because that is a healthy relationship. Because then it gives you the chance and the ability to love somebody where they're at the moment. Oh, wow. I haven't had a reverse in this in a while. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords, lots of pain, lots of putting up your walls, trying to stand up for what you want. And I keep hearing the word excuses, excuses. Yeah, but, you know, oh, well, that's not what they meant. Oh, putting up excuses for somebody else, putting blame on somebody else. This is something that you have to look at yourself in. Okay. This is to look at yourself, because the Five of Pentacles, you're just afraid that you're going to be left out alone. Definitely. Well, if it's not working for you because it hasn't been in the past, this is your past. You've been thinking of the future, but it's stuck because of the way of your thought process. And this is the things that you're telling yourself. It's uncomfortable to be vulnerable. It is really uncomfortable to be vulnerable, but you have to be vulnerable in order to heal and move forward. Sucks, doesn't it? High Priestess is in the center of your reading, guys. High Priestess. This is the number 11. This is the spiritual realm. This is the highest power saying, hey, pay attention. You know, this is also the number 2. That's like, you got to do your work and clean it up. Yeah, this is the energy of the divine saying, let it go. Let's start something new, something fresh. Let's start something forward moving, is what this card is saying from this side of your reading. From this side of your reading, you have to find the balance in whatever it is that you're going forward from. You have to find the positive things. You have to find, because the low is outweighing. So if I were, what I'm envisioning is like what they have here, a balance, you know, this little balance on the bottom there. But the thing is that it's like this. And what up is here is these low vibrational thoughts of yourself and things of your past, and the doubts, the anger, the bitterness, all that kind of stuff. And the light is down here. We need to move that and actually reverse it. Good morning, Rohan. Welcome, welcome. Gemini versus Taurus. Yeah. But definitely welcome. So this is really a definitely need to tell yourself what you're talking about. You're keeping in those low vibrations. Again, we have to let these things go so that we can begin balance. Okay. Definitely this is a balance issue, but it is also somebody is really stuck in the past and really angry, really bitter, really is just, and it's out of fear. It's all out of fear. When we're angry and we're bitter and we're all low vibrational energies, that's all fear. Because the only way that we work in this world, the way that our brain works in this world, and whether you agree with me or not, because we could sit down and have a long conversation about it, is one, we act out of love and we make our decisions out of love, which would mean I love myself enough to do things for myself, to be loving to others and that kind of thing, or we do it out of fear. And the fear, a lot of it comes from the unknown, the past, or the past. And the unknown, we fear it because we can't see it, touch it, feel it. And that's divine in the second dimension. That is God divine. It's like you can't touch it, so you're not going to believe in it. So there's fear. How many people fear spirits and ghosts? No. How about what do you, because the media made it and hype up. Most spirits are very kind and happy and just hanging out. Some of it's actually residual energy, if you believe in residual energy. I've actually seen residual energy, so I believe in it. I've actually witnessed it firsthand. I don't know if I told that in my paranormal video or not, because it was very interesting. But anyway, get back on track. This is something that you're fighting yourself. Again, if you don't believe me, this is the spiritual war that you're going through. This is your spiritual war between your brain, which is your human side of you, and your spirit. And this is what I talked about in the spiritual battle or spiritual war video down below in the description. You can go to that link. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse, guys. King of Pentacles usually is an authoritative on money, authoritative on material things. Is really knows is place in what he needs to do to better his life, definitely, but that's not happening here. We have the Two of Wands. Oh, thank you, Disney. We're Disney, okay. But Two of Wands is definitely about your future, looking into your future, but this is your challenge card. You're not, this is your challenge card. Why is because you're not looking into your future. You're thinking about everything now. You're so focused on the low vibrations. You're so focused on the negative aspects of things, and you cannot see beyond. And it's, you can't even see beyond to letting it go. You don't even know how to let it go for these low vibrations. But once you let it go and you allow the divine to work, you're going to see this not be your challenge. You're going to be excited about your future. You know, if what you focus in on is what is your main focus right now? Because it's based out of pain and hurt and fear. So what is it that you're so focused in on that you just can't get it out of your brain? Now you need to take that and sort of like release it to divine, release it to the universe or whoever you believe in. I believe in God and divine. Release it. Say, you take care of it because it's consuming me too much. And then it becomes an idol. It becomes something that is overwhelmingly taking over your day, your time, your energy, your thought process, everything. And you can't hear your intuition. You can't hear you can't hear the divine talk to your spirit. Telephone. Okay, that's your telephone. And the thing is, it will reverse when you let something go, whatever it is. We're now just finishing the waning moon, guys. The new moon is on the 6th. The waning moon means that you're going to release and let go of things that no longer serve you good or no longer serve you purpose. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's not me. I'm just the conduit. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm just the conduit. This is divine and whoever's on the other side sharing. Okay. So it no longer serves you purpose. So what happens with this moon energy, plus there's so many planets going on. That's why I do the new moon. When I do the new moon and the full moon readings, I do the astrology part first, and then I go into the reading. The reading is sort of like the icing on the cake, but I really get into what's going on with the planets, and I don't give it to you all because it's really confusing. Even to me, it's still complex, but it's very interesting because those planets, the moon, the sun, all this that's happening is literally what's happening in our energies in the world right now. It's amazing. All these earthquakes, all these floods, all this kind of thing, the planets already tell it. That already tells it. It's very, very interesting. And they have power because if you don't believe planets have power, then why did the oceans have tides? I'm a scuba diver. Trust me, I've dove in really high tides. I've dove in tides that were moving in and out. I've dove in low tides. So again, there's that cause and effect. We cannot see the cause like divine. We cannot see the divine working in the dark, like in the garden. We can't see those plants growing with the roots, but we have trust and faith that you planted a seed, it's growing, right? But you can't see it. But then suddenly you see it, then you believe it. It needs to be the opposite. You have to believe, then you will see. That is why you be love, your aura, you be love, and you get love. You be mean, you be ugly, you be nasty, you're going to get nasty back, or you ain't have any friends. So this is about your future, guys. This is definitely about your future. So 8 of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Wands in reverse again. Another offering that's being held back because you can't let go of the low vibrations. All right. It's uncomfortable to let things go. It really is. It's uncomfortable to let things go because you really love them, you want them, or that kind of a thing. However, they've served their purpose for the time. It's time to get something new. You can't have something new without getting rid of something old. I know it sucks. Let me tell you, it does suck. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, you got to be really careful because remember, we're being vulnerable. We're talking about our vulnerabilities. We're trying to communicate. We're trying to do things more in a forward movement about our vulnerability. This moon and everything with Mercury going into retrograde and all this kind of stuff, it's about communication. Definitely got to be careful who you are communicating with. Okay, because with the Queen of Wands, she's got a little bit of a dark side. She's sort of like that gossiper that will go spread the words because she's a social butterfly. So be careful who you share your information or your story or your deepest vulnerability with this week. Okay, and they may come and pop up and think that you're their, especially if this is a new person. I feel like this is a new person that maybe is trying to get into your circle because it's an unexpected energy. And that unexpected energy, if you're feeling uncomfortable, then listen to that intuition. You got to listen to that intuition. You got to listen to that because you'll come back to kick yourself in the pants. Yeah, you'll come back to kick yourself in the pants because you would have went with that intuition in the first place. And then you go with it for a while. You go against your intuition, you go with it for a while, and then you find out that that person really told somebody, and that person told somebody, and that person told somebody, and now you got your story out all over the place. And that's very hard for some people. I mean, it took me years to be able to tell my story about sexual abuse, and that's why I did the series down below. But now I'm very comfortable with it. I help people with it. I heal through it. I teach people how to live with challenges, that kind of a thing. Okay, so it could be very uncomfortable. That is something that there definitely is. We have the King of Cups. King of Cups is about living through something that is very tumultuous, or if that's even a word. What is that word I'm trying to look for? It's very hard. It's a struggle for them, a challenge for them, but they're trying to stay calm through it. And their heart is trying to stay calm through it. And that is the thing that you don't want. It's not a fake. It's not a mask. Thank you. So they're saying, well, it's not the mask. I understand it's not the mask. What I mean by that is you're going through a storm inside, but you look like, oh, everything's fine. How are you? Oh, fine. But inside you're just dying. That's sort of like that is a mask. That's not what we're talking about. What they're saying is to take off the mask and be vulnerable to somebody. Okay. All right. So we're getting long on this. So let me do, is there any clarification? I'd like a clarification on this King of Pentacles in reverse, why it is here. I'd like to get a clarification on the King of Pentacles, please, why it is here. In reverse. It's in reverse. Somebody lose a lot of money? Oh. So we have the Hermit and the 9. Something's coming to end with a financial situation. So we've got the Justice card. I'm looking at both things on both sides here while I'm looking at this. So the King of Pentacles, this could be a different energy here, definitely. And this could be why somebody's angry, somebody's bitter, standing up for themselves, because this is a Pentacles. We have the 5 of Pentacles, feeling alone. The King of Pentacles in reverse, somebody might have lost a bunch of money, or something came to an end where the money is not there anymore. Could have been a job. Definitely, again, this is where this Three of Swords, the heart, where you're standing up, you're trying to hold on to things that are sort of falling apart. But what I want to say is we have the definitely this, but this is the outcome. If you let it go and let divine help you in that situation, justice will be had. It will all be fine. And I will tell you from experience, when I tried to do everything myself in the financial realm, and I was trying to do it all my own, I wasn't even trying to have the divine help me. I was just like, how am I going to do this? What do I need to do? Okay, I got to work 2 jobs. I got to go do this. And I'm like, I'm in my head, my human part of me doing it. I struggled and I stayed in this horrible, horrible cycle. But when I said, you know what, I can't do this anymore, I was down on my knees crying and bawling. I have out of every resource that I could ever have. I'm bawling my eyes out, naked in the shower, on my knees, crying. You take it, you do it. I'm done. I'm on you. I'm following you, whatever it is, where you go. And my life turned around almost immediately. And that's not a lie. And things turned out just wonderfully. Even when I got fired from my job and through everything turned around, and I was abundantly blessed and continually to be abundantly blessed. But if I take my focus off of him first, then I go back to this whole realm of your reading. All right. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. It's very true. Sure, 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 sure. Not a problem. You go right ahead. Go right ahead. And in the interim, for those, while he or she, excuse me, I don't know from the name, or nowadays, I'm a boomer. Sorry, guys, I don't know what they use anymore. I'm old school, so he or she. So the thing is that please go ahead, like, share, subscribe while I get ready to do that for them. And definitely see. So if you're still there, go ahead and type it out, because we are at the end of our reading. I will do what, let me do this while I'm waiting for that. I'm going to do one love card, one relationship card. Okay, because some people are always like, oh no, I want to do love, I want to do relationships. Well, hello there, Benita. Welcome, welcome. That's 2 questions. That's 2 questions. You know what? I will answer the first one only because that is in divine's timing, not our timing. You have to remember that. Sometimes we try to push and manipulate time, and that messes everything up. So it's not in your timing or Swati's timing. It's in divine's timing. And you know what? You will know if you're listening to your intuition. You will know 100% when it's time. It's like you will know 100%. You will just have like an aha moment. He will say, okay, go ahead. You will know it exactly. Okay. All right. So, for lovers and relationships, during this week and during this full moon or new moon, excuse me, there's joyful activity, celebration for life. I think this is your answer, Mr. Mrs. Rohan, Ms. Rohan. Definitely the sun dancers. So, joyful activity, celebration of life and abundance. I think that's your answer right there. It is the number 5. It's a little bit scary, a little bit nervous because something of good celebration, something of abundance of life. Sometimes we feel like it's too good to be true. Mister, thank you. That helps. So when we want to celebrate the abundance of life, sometimes things feel too good to be true. They're not. If they're divine intervention, and you will know it's divine intervention because it's easy. We do, even when it's divine intervention, we do have rough spots. However, most of it should be more happy and more joyful. I hate to say happy because joyful is of the spirit, happiness is of the earth. So you want to be joy filled, not happy filled. Really, I want to be happy. No, I want to be joyful. Please give me joyful, because my spirit is happy then and joy joy-filled kind of a thing. However, for this couple, this relationship, there's abundance to come. There is love to come. There is sharing, vulnerability. This is a time of embrace, definitely of embrace. And the thing is, in numerology, it's the number 5. It's scary, it's new, it's exciting, it's unstable because you're trying to learn each other. You're trying to know each other. So it's sort of 5 is like a novice. When you're going in and with something new, you're like, okay, I want to learn everything about her. I want to learn everything about him. And I'm really excited. It's like a new dating thing, or you newly get married. You've got to learn to live together. You've got to learn to love each other, even a deeper realm. This is the vulnerability, sharing, 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 sharing kind of a thing. Definitely that is where that is. So I think, Rohan, that is your answer there. It's coming. Yeah. Yes, it's coming. But it's all in timing, you know. It's all in timing. Again, you can't push it. Once you start pushing it, manipulating it to make it happen, and it's not ready, then that can throw things off. So what you really want to do is just be patient and listen and ask divine, when is the right time? Please show me the right time. Give me a sign when it's the right time. Give you a confirmation when it's the right time. All right? Yeah, you bet. You bet. Uh, Benita. Oh, no, that's fine. You can always ask a question, definitely. Um, that one is, I keep hearing the word immaturity. So I think this person is probably younger, and has a lot of growing to do. Whether they come back or not, you probably will hear from him again. Yes, you will hear from him again. However, um, you have to move on with your life for right now, and you really need to just keep focusing in on you. And like I said, whatever this, you might, if you haven't watched this whole reading, go back, because you're putting him too much into the forefront of your thinking, and it's going to actually throw the balance of everything off. Because if divine took him away for a reason, then there's somebody coming in for your better good, or the immaturity needs to grow, and then it may come back, but you may have grown in that time and you may not want him back. Okay, so I don't know if that makes sense to you. A lot of the times, I'll tell you, this isn't even tarot, but from being a life coach, um, young men, young women will go away, do their oats, do their thing, and come back thinking that they can walk in and have the same relationship. I personally, if somebody walks away from me, then you don't deserve me, because you don't value who I am. Okay, that's just a life coach. All right. And that's one thing that you have to look at. If he walked away for another girl, he devalued you, and why would you want him back? That's just a life coach thing. A lot of the times they do come back as a life coach. A lot of the times, oh my goodness, girl, no. Can you email me? Because that's really deep. Can you email me, and we'll sit and talk? Okay, we'll sit and talk, and we can even Skype, or FaceTime or whatever. But you got to email me. You got to make that first step to email me. All right, it's not going to cost you a dime. It's not going to cost you a dime, but I don't want to discuss that here. Okay, because that's not the place. We need to talk more in private, one-on-one. All right. um Pooja. uh I'm hearing a question. Do they want out? Do they want out? I'm hearing a question. Do they really want out? There's always a way out of. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Rohan. Yes. You're very welcome, honey. I want you to email me, okay? And thank you, Rohan. Yes, everybody support her. That is not an option. We don't want you to have that option. So this is a channel that definitely will support you in anything. If you guys email me, know that it's confidential. Okay? Know that it's confidential. Um, it might be very toxic, but I keep hearing they don't want out of it. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Rohan. I don't believe they want out of that toxic relationship for some reason. And I think it's fear. Okay. I think it's fear. I think it's timing. Anything toxic does need to go. Anything toxic really does. He or she needs a good support system to get out of that and understand of how toxic the relationship that they are in. But sometimes working in chemical dependency and mental health as far as psychology and stuff, sometimes they don't even realize that they're in a toxic relationship, or they don't want out of it because it's too scary, and they're in their comfort zone. This is a healing thing. Oh, yeah, she can get out of it if she can. However, you can walk out of a toxic relationship. Yes, that is going to have to be her choice, and she's going to have to reach to divine, to God, to get that courage and strength to pull out of it. The other thing, though, if it's domestic abuse, that is very dangerous, and that needs to have some support and a plan in place. That is not something that you can just go and leave a lot of the times. It takes about 6 or 7 times to leave a domestic abuse relationship and have it succeed. And sometimes it doesn't succeed and ends in a very bad way. So she will really need to reach out to divine for the strength. And that's what I would tell her is, if she was my friend, I would say, really ask God divine for the strength to just walk away, because it's not healthy. If she has children, she needs to not think of herself and do it for her children. Definitely. Yeah, I'll say one thing though, Rohan. One thing I will say, and I'll disagree to that. I would say don't follow the tarot reader, because the thing is, the tarot is a resource. It is like a telephone. Okay, you follow what the divine or God is telling you to do. I'm just the conduit. So this is my telephone, but because I can hear spirit, I can feel spirit, and I sometimes know things. It's that is definitely the energies that I read. Okay, the cards are the scenario, what is happening to someone. The cards are the resource. Divine is the source. So I would say for Rohan, listen to the source, not the tarot. So what is the message that is coming through from divine? Not so much what the cards are saying, but what divine is saying. And some readers are not intuitive. Some readers, anybody can learn how to read tarot. Anybody on this earth can learn how to read tarot, but not everybody is connected and has a relationship with the second dimension. And that, when I watch tarot, I go to research and see tarot readers. And the thing is, I watch these readers and I can tell if they're connected or not, or if they're just doing it for the subs and that kind of a thing. So really listen to the source, which is God. If you believe in universe and that's what you believe in, or angelic realm, I go to divine because that's the highest energy out there and creator out there. So why would I go to the angelic realm or anywhere else? I go straight to where that number one 1111 energy is. All right. Yes, but yeah, you're right. Oh, that is not me, honey. That is Rohan. Thank you for that. Really, it's a very beautiful comment. So for those of you that I don't know what I'm looking at, it says thank you so much for every tarot for making us positive. Yes. Some there's different kinds of tarot. Some are all about inspiration and motivation and things like that, but there are some tarot readers out there that are pretty dark. So you got to be really mindful of what kind of tarot. There's many types of tarot. There's traditional tarot. There's what do you call it? New Age tarot. There's modern tarot. There's inspirational tarot. There's psychic tarot. You know, I don't poo poo any of them. I just know what God has asked me to do, and that's why I'm doing it. Yeah. She approached 15 people for help, all changed mind last minute. Why did they change mind at the last minute? She can email me. She can email me if she likes. And the in the description is where you can email me at. Sometimes we are our own saboteur, okay, Pooja. Sometimes we are our own saboteur and we make excuses for everything to not have change. So definitely, um, if they're if they're changing their mind at the last minute, I would have to question that because is she just talking or is she actually wanting to act on it and move forward and out of it, because fear usually stops us in that thing. Yes, exactly, Rohan. Very, very good, very good. So but I love all your comments. I love the interaction, and this is why I do what I do. This is not for, you know, monetizing and things like that. Divine has asked me to go and teach, and this is what I'm teaching. I'm like, go and teach what? When he told me that, I was go and teach what? I have a degree in criminal justice. I have a degree in nutrition and fitness. I'm like, what do you want me to teach? And then I'm a leathersmith, so it's like, you want me to teach? I didn't know, but this is where he has taken me. Who brainwashes them? Humans do. And the brainwashing starts as a child. The brainwashing begins to start as a child, or our foundations begin as a child. I don't, but you know what? My daughter studies India a lot, so I will ask her. I will definitely ask her for sure, um, and see. Yeah, because I don't know, but she loves to study India. Oh, sort of like voodoo, sort of that kind of a thing. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Oh yeah, I have been to Africa and I've seen a lot of that, and I studied that when I was in criminal justice. So definitely. It's all okay. I can multitask. No, it's okay. Yeah, voodoo. Yeah. There is a very low. There is a. You don't want to play with those energies. Definitely don't want to play with those energies. Um, Yeah. It's only trapped if you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, see, this is the thing about believing in God and divine is if you believe in the voodoo, if you believe that has power over the light, then you will fall trapped to that. But if you actually believe in a higher power, divine or God, you will believe that that power will override it and that there is no power of that. And then it goes away. Big difference. Very, very big difference. Um, you don't have to think about getting out of it. You have to believe in a higher power. You have to believe that the light always shines, that God will always protect, that God will always take care of you, that God will always, whoever you believe in that aspect, because I know India is different, but you have to believe, and you don't give any power to the voodoo. I don't believe in the voodoo. I believe that and I believe there is a power, but it is not stronger than the highest power. It's not stronger than the 1111 power, which is God, which is divine. And when you put your faith in that, that you will have the power because that power is within you. Okay, that is huge, huge power that you carry within you. And a lot of people just don't tap into that. It's like, no, you're not going to do that to me. I don't believe in that. I won't give that any power. I rebuke it. I won't have it. And I am going to move forward. I am going to get out of this and I am going to make it happen with the help of the divine. And you ask divine for that help. Yeah. You don't give that stuff power. I know I had an African friend that actually believed in all that. And yeah, there is power in the dark, but it's not as high, it is not as powerful as you think it is, because you will have higher power. And that higher power, which is God or divine, and you call on that and ask for it, and you pray on it, and you meditate on it, and you ask it for all its help, its strength, its wisdom, its protection, its guidance, its light. And I just did that for you. And so that you just really focus in on. Okay. Because that person can get out of it. That person will get out of it. And don't give that power. That's what I do to it. All right. Because it can be, I know, trust me, I've had a poltergeist in my house and they thought they had power. They don't have power. It's not even valid dark power is not even valid if you don't allow it. You just don't allow it. You rebuke it. It's that negative low vibration that wants to come in. That's the doubt. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make it happen. Oh, I'll never escape it. Oh, that's that dark vibrational power in your head. That is not your spirit. Okay, you guys, that is not your spirit. Your spirit will say, I can get you out of anything because I am the one to protect you. Okay, but you have to call on the divine to help your spirit. It's a connection. You can't do it alone. You have to have that connection. And you have forces around you helping you and protecting you and guiding you. You have to tap into the higher power. I can't tell you that if I've been the worldly road. I've been the spiritual road. I am the spiritual road. I'll never go back to that old way. Ever, ever. Okay. Yeah, in India, I know you guys are having a real hard time. As I told somebody else in India that had the same question you did, you need to tell divine, and you need to be specific. You need to be specific, and you need to tell them why. He knows why, but he needs to hear it from you. He needs you to say why you need this in 2 months. Everything happens in divines. He could see you just limited yourself. You limited divine by saying, I need it within 2 months. He may give you a job tomorrow. Don't limit. Don't put time limits on. This is not our timing. This is God's timing. This is divine's timing. And you have to believe that, yes, life, it needs it desperately. He knows that. But you have to have trust and faith in him, the divine, and he will bring it to you. As soon as you put your trust in, I'm going to trust that you're going to find me a position and a job before things get so bad that I can't take care of myself, or so bad that, things are going to fall bad. Yes, but you don't limit him, and don't put a time limit, because it's not in our timing. Okay? Don't put a time limit on it. Just say, divine, I need a job right now. I need that job within 2 months. I need you to show me which way to go. And if he shows you a job that you maybe don't even like, you still take that, because he's showing you that job and there's something more to it. Even if you don't, I've been there before. It's like, why do you have me doing this job? What is the purpose? And later down that road, I'm not going to go into it, there was blessing after blessing after blessing. And if I wouldn't have taken that job, I wouldn't have known it. Okay, so you got to be listening to what divine is telling you, that intuition. Listen to what he is saying. Take the job, whatever it is, that kind of a thing. Well, the thing is that the problem is you're listening to people. Put your blinders on. People don't know your journey. People don't know your walk. People don't know anything about you inside your head with divine. They don't know what divine has for you. They don't know what journey divine has for you moving forward. So don't listen to the people. Ignore that. That's noise. That's that low vibrational noise. Because, if you didn't have a job until you were, say, 30 or something, but then all of a sudden your job, whatever divine had you doing, you exploded and now you got a really good life, really good job and everything, and you listen to other people, then it's, yeah, yeah. I lived in Japan too. They're very cultural, very, very cultural. Same with, definitely, by, it's very similar as far as the culture and things of that nature. Family is very, adamant about, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And it's like, okay, it's very, very similar. So, anyway, all right, you guys, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like. If like's really important to any YouTube creator, whoever you watch, please watch and hit their likes. Very much to share if you would like to, but please subscribe and hit the bell and you'll know when I'm on. All my readings are live. Even the new and full moon readings are live. So you can come on and, converse or ask a question. I usually go one question, but some of these things were very important. So I appreciate you guys all coming on and sharing what you needed to. You're very, very welcome. Oh, thank you. That is where that positive energy comes from divine. All right. You have a wonderful day too. And I hope to see you on another reading or come back. All right. Thank you for watching, and don't forget the new moon reading on the 6th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in the United States. And don't forget to walk in absolute truth, not earth truth. Please don't walk earth truth. Walk absolute truth and love. All right, take care, guys. Thank you all for coming in. Bye-bye now.